Welcome, everybody. What's going on? It's your boy Pete. Here I am. Yes, it's my face. You guys hardly ever get to see that. It's usually my hands drawing. But today is a special occasion, and it's a special edition of The Pit because today we get to launch. It's finally here. We get to launch Kaiju Mania on Kickstarter, and that's going to happen in just a few minutes. But I got some people I want to bring on and I want to deal with. But really quick, I want to let you know what's going on with me. This is a really exciting thing for me, and you're going to hear me talk about this a lot, nonstop, as if I hadn't already. It's my return to sequentials. I haven't done sequentials in 5 years, so I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I'm very excited about this book. We have a ton of amazing writers, artists, and just great people on this book, so I really can't wait for you guys to check it out and see what's going on. We've really gotten to see how it was built, nut to bolts, the Kickstarter and everything, and it's exciting. There's a lot of fun opportunities for y'all. I think it's really user-friendly for everybody to jump in and have fun with. And it's just super, super exciting. And I can't wait for you guys to enjoy this with us and things like that. But what's really important right now is that you guys get to finally meet the brains behind this idea. The man who came to me, he was like, hey, I would love for you to do this. And I was like, wow, yeah, I'm in. You had me at hello. And that's Mr. Alan Johnson from Eighth World Comics. Alan, how are you, sir? Oh, you're muted. My bad. Hold on a second. I fixed that. You're good now. How are you, sir?
I am good. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm super excited. I can't wait for you to hit the button. I'm super excited for this, man.
I got it on another page right now.
Yep. Tabs everywhere, right? It's great.
Yep.
I got tabs everywhere. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I should close a couple, actually. I'm like, why is Twitter open? I don't need Twitter right now. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. Now, let's really quickly, in the minutes we have before, let's very quickly, and we do expect to have a few other cast members from the book come in when they can. Everybody's, this isn't school. You don't have a set of rules. It's all right. It's Kaiju Mania. I mean, shit. Talk to me about first off, let everybody know who you are, because you're also the brains behind Kajar and Kajaria and a bunch of other cool stuff. Let's let people know who you are real quick, and then we'll start talking about what made Kaiju Mania a thing.
Yeah, so well, I'm Alan Johnson. I first started writing, actually pursuing it in about 2014, 2015. I formed a production company called Inspire One Productions. We were, semi-successful for what we were doing at the time. We just jumped on any film production gigs we could get on. We even hosted a few of our own. I even ended up getting booked for commercials for like McDonald's and Nike and stuff like that. And there just came a point where I realized between the filming and all the collaboration that goes on with that process, what ultimately I liked was the writing. And I've always just been drawn to writing. Like, I can even trace back to, first, second grade, where I was writing little stories and little booklets that I would just do the art myself or whatever. But, in 2011 was when I found a computer on the side of the road and wrote Kajar and Kajaria the first time. And originally it was going to be a video game where you'd have like a scroll down menu where you could, choose the animals you were going to bond with and stuff like that to enhance your powers as the character. And then ultimately I had a house fire and lost that original concept, but kind of held on to it. So with the filming and everything, I kind of started writing that again and was like, well, how can I do this in a way that I could actually afford? And so I was drawn to comic books. And that's when I first wrote Kajar and Kajaria issue 1 it came out in 2018. And then from there, I just doubled down on that idea of Kajar and Kajaria and kept writing into it. And that's how I kind of networked with the, interest that was garnering from that and got hooked up with people like yourself and stuff like that. And then I started thinking about a project. Boys, hey!
Gotta love it.
Yeah, they're having a party at my house, so it's going to get insane for a minute, but
love it.
Yeah, so hey, from
Oh,
there, I came up with the idea of Kaiju Mania, which, the driving factor of that was going to be a saucer that was collecting these beasts. And so with that dynamic, it was easy to be able to, choose different creative teams to pin their own story, because at the end of the day, they can all be laced together because the UFO's traveling through the comic as you're reading it, collecting these monsters. So it's not like any story has to be written a certain way. I didn't have to, be like, hey, do this, 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 this. I could literally let them do whatever they wanted. And to me, that was the greatest part about it, because we can theoretically open the door to do this continuously in like a yearly or whatever basis, and just open the door for collaboration for creators everywhere. And that to me is worth it in the end.
Love it. See, that's a whole lot of creative stuff you got going on. Like, that's a full plate plus like a side plate and a bowl of extra stuff. And like all of us super indie guys, because there are like some indie people who are like indie and well known. Then there's guys like you and me, which I think is what the initial attraction, the initial focus was. That's Aurelius, one of my mods. She loves the idea. We're super underground indie. Like, everything is us, and we're up. It's like, fuck you, I'll do it myself, that kind of thing, that kind of I'm better off doing it myself attitude. And I think that's what made us want to work together a lot, that kindred spirit. And I absolutely love it. And then the fact that we're crazy enough to do this and then go to our 9-to-5 job, or our day job as some people call it. And
yeah, I work 18 hours a day right now most of the time. So
see, there it is. That's it. Like, I did a 12-hour shift yesterday. It's like, and then I came home to paint. Like, what is wrong with us? But it's what we want to do, and it's what we love. So let's go.
Yeah.
That's exciting,
I basically was instilled with the, concept when I first started Inspire One Productions, that if I was going to put 8 hours in for somebody else, I had to be able to put 8 hours in for myself. And so whether that be, when I'm dead tired or whatever, or early in the morning before I'm going to work, I always have that time that I got to put into my stuff, because if I don't, then it goes nowhere.
Absolutely. Now we are 20 minutes away, and then we talked about being creative and creative stuff, and then we're going to get into the things. But I know how I found him, our next guy here, because we got somebody chomping at the bit to get in. But I need to know how you guys, I think I know how you guys found each other, but how he came into this project. And we're going to talk about, we never get to talk. He's a regular on my show. I'm a regular on his show. But we've never really talked about how he got involved here. And I'd like to know more about that myself. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know who this is. Philly on the Electric Crayon. And that's his face too. We never show our faces. This is crazy. This is just for Kaiju Mania, bro. This is how excited we are. This
Pulling
is
out all the stops.
It's how excited we are. Phil, what's going on, brother? How are you? Phil's muted. Hold on. That's my bad.
You muted me.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. It's force of habit during the pre-show. Sorry.
And you're like, it's Phil. I better mute him while I talk.
I'm waiting for you to say something until I mute you, so it's okay.
How's everything going, guys?
We're
going
Good
well.
to see the launch
Phil?
getting cool to see the launch get kicking in, man.
Right? It's finally
fun.
here.
Yeah, hell
now,
yeah,
Phil,
man.
I know I met you at Crom on in the Comic Related Madness, and I think that's where we both interviewed Alan. And we got the Kajar and Kajari and all that stuff, which was cool. And then obviously Phil's been, if you don't know who Phil is a colorist, artist extraordinaire. He's done a whole bunch of stuff, White Devil, all sorts of great things. And he actually colored my sequential pages. And we're going to get into that in a second. We'll chat about that when the Kickstarter launches. How's that? But I want to know how you, like Alan, how did you approach, or Phil, how did you guys get hooked up to be on Kaiju Mania?
The madness was what, connected me to all you guys. And then, like I said, with Kaiju Mania, I was like, it's a perfect project to collaborate with other creators. And you two were definitely the more engageable people that I, connected with through that whole process before everything had happened. But yeah, so I was just like, I'll reach out to them, see if they want to do it. And, Phil hit me back. I half expected, you know, maybe they won't hit me back, whatever. But you know, I just figured I'd ask, and you know, the rest
Don't
is
hurt to ask,
history, I
right?
guess.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always hit people up. That's always funky. It's like at least say yay or nay. Don't just leave them hanging, man.
Right? I get that a lot. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, is that, you know?
Well,
Yeah.
I'll speak, and then I'll let Phil jump in and give his opinion. And I will warn you guys, and Phil, since you are the veteran of my show, there's a storm going through my neighborhood right now, so my connection might be weird or wonky. If it does, take over as best you can.
I got you. I know the routine. We've been there
Yeah,
before, buddy.
Fucking weird, man. But when you hit me up, you had hit me up a few months before for a cover for a different project, and we went through that, and that was cool, and that was a fun experience, and I really enjoyed that. I don't know if we wanted to mention it or not, so I didn't want to say anything. But it was
You
a
talk
different,
about the cannibal
the
cover?
Cannibal King, right? The Cannibal King
Yeah.
cover, right?
Yeah.
Which was absolutely fun. I can't wait to see what you do with that. But
Yeah.
and then,
Kajar's currently on a hiatus right now.
that's fair. Look, I trust me. All of my books are on a hiatus until one until soon, but we'll talk about that later. But we'll talk about it for a second now. When I had my own books, I was self-publishing. I was you, man. I was you. I was self-publishing. I was like, this is cool. This is great. And then I took a look at my stuff because I was drawing and inking everything myself. I was even lettering, which Jesus Christ, I'm never doing that again. And I was like, wow, this is bad. I'm going to get better. I'm going to work on my sequentials. You know, I'm going to technically go back to school on it, you know, some classes, some online classes and stuff like that. And it's been a solid 5 years, probably a little bit more. So when you hit me up and said, hey, I'd really, you know, love for you to do this. It's Chris McCauley wrote the thing. He's in England. So Chris, I hope you're doing well. Sleep well tonight, buddy. We got you. But you said it's only 5 pages and this, that, the other thing. And you know, you're going to design the monster off of Chris's words. And I was like, you know what? I feel good about it. And I'm straight up. I have to give credit where credit's due. First, because he's not here, Warren Brown, who's an amazing illustrator and amazing at sequentials, The Adventures of Joe and Sig, he helped me out. I every time I picked his brain, I showed him what pencils that I was working on and stuff, and we kind of worked together. We did a lot of off airs with Phil, you know, me drawing stuff and this blah blah. So it worked out really well that way. And I have to give credit and thanks to Phil, because I knew Phil was coloring it. You told me Phil was going to color it. So I wanted to work with the colorist a little bit, but knowing it was Phil, I was like, Phil, what do you think here? Should I do this? Are you going to be able to get your stuff in there? And then, you know, Phil again helping me. I was like, no, don't do that. Do that. Do this. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Giving me all the creative and constructive criticism that I needed. So I felt really good about it. They held my hand. But at the same time, they let me do my thing. And one of the things I did that, and I'm not using this, I thought about it as a negative, but now I realize that it's not. I took the safe road a little bit. I didn't do crazy panels. Like I look at the pages Phil's coloring right now, Lee Reese's stuff, and his stuff is explosive and the panels are dynamic. And I'm like, that's awesome. But I'm not there yet, just confidence wise. So I stuck it to the old Marvel kind of boxy, blah, blah, blah stuff. But I really liked it. And then I was like, okay, if I like it, cool. If he tells me to change it and fix it, I will, because I know I started off at a good point. And you seem to like what I gave you.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I was confident in everybody's ability. The pages turned out great, and I mean, you know, what else can you ask for?
And there's Lee right there.
What's up, Lee? I was just
Lee?
about to shout you out, actually. Funny
How's
time.
your internet connection, Lee? Get on over here, man.
Yeah, we sent the link. So if you want to come over, man, we got a door open for you. Okay? So anytime. If you need it again, I will send it back to you. Okay, bud?
And Lee's actually going to be pinning the actual fights of the monsters.
Cool.
And we're going to do it in kind of like an elimination chamber, like vessel kind of like environment where like basically there'll be a bunch of like screens where people are tuning in, different species and beings and everything, because it's an intergalactic tournament. So like, and the two little aliens are kind of gonna simulate like a JR and King type.
Very pro wrestling. I love it. Sticking with the mania part. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now we are 13 minutes away from you pressing the button. So let's do this really quick and let's talk to folks about what they're gonna see. Oh, I do have it. No, I got rid of it. There we go. Let's talk to folks about. Let me get that other stuff off of it though. There we
So
go.
that is the Vince White cover.
The main cover. Now let's go around with the names, okay? Our top left, right under the Eighth World logo there. What
That
monster?
is the monster based on Travis Gibbs' story. I'm gonna butcher the name. Tarowet?
Okay, that's the hippo metal looking thing.
Yes.
Okay. Then on the right there, the chicken owl bear thing.
You see the size of that chicken?
Hakyojin, which
Okay,
is based on Greg's story.
now I'm gonna tell everybody. I know Phil and I and a couple other places, our buddy Niobe here, we all joked and we said that we want to see what happens with this chicken thing because that chicken looks like something you don't want to fuck with. I was like, okay, this chicken looks bad. They all look badass, but that we were all curious about the chicken. Now, bottom left, the lion rhino guy that Phil's coloring right now.
That is based on my story, and his name is Chuparera, which is kind of based on the, Chupacabra.
Right, yeah, I love it. I love his design. I love the hair. It's very Paul Stanley of Kiss. I dig it. And then the bottom right corner is the guy who's near and dear to me. I know his name is Relinquished. We call him the Metal Beast, Phil and I.
Metal Beast.
Part man, part machine, part monster kind of thing going on. He was fun to draw. I know they all have a little kind of. I know the guy up top has a little metal and stuff like this. This guy was fun to draw, and I'm going to show folks some stuff about that a little bit later once we launch and everything. But tell me about the aliens, man. What's their bag?
So the aliens are traveling through each comic, or each story rather, and basically, whether they're causing mayhem or fighting something, because for instance, in my story, my monster's already fighting the imagination creature of the boss of the character who created my monster's mother. So
there's a lot there.
Yeah. So it's like, so it's basically like she had to take she had to take her kid to work, and the boss is already like agitated and just basically causing a bad vibe for the kid. And in his head, he creates a monster to deal with that situation. And then the aliens are basically tasked with, by the hierarchy of the, intergalactic space force or whatever we're going to call it. They're basically tasked with collecting these monsters to pick a champion, because they're going to put them in this chamber where they all fight, and the winner comes out on top. Which, with this campaign, you, the fans, get to choose that by backing the variant cover of the monster of your choosing, and we'll tally it at the end and basically have the final pages be tailored based on those outcomes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, everybody likes that idea that's heard it too. You've hit on a spot where people haven't thought of, and people are digging the idea for sure.
Well, I gotta give credit to where credit is due. That was definitely a Travis Gibb idea.
Yeah.
And I just loved the idea and concept of it and was all for it.
And it's a perfect segue to this. Let's see if I can do this the right way. And there's one more. Where are you? There you are. So we have this here. So we can show them all in one shot because we're going to show them on the Kickstarter. Now, apologies. I don't have an image of the chicken guy in the middle there with the trade dress on it. I apologize. But when we start on the left, that's our main cover A. Okay. Then our next cover is, I'm sorry, again, I can't pronounce his name. The guy was to the left of the Aztec one that Travis wrote.
Tarawat.
Okay, that's him right there. Then in the rear view mirror is our chicken thing going on. Then next,
Hakyojin.
Right, there you go. And then Relinquish is there climbing the Empire State Building. That's near and dear to me, folks, because that's the cover I got to draw, ink, and color. So I had some fun with that one. I'll talk about that in a second when we come to it. And fresh off the presses on the right there in black and white is Lee Reese's cover for his monster, the one you drew, correct? The one you wrote, correct, Alan?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So that's a lot of fun there too. The one that I almost called you Carl. that Phil is working on right now.
Carl, you call me several different things.
Yeah, but Carl is a new one. That's different.
Just don't call me late for dinner, man.
That's fair. That's completely fair. But there it is. So those are the covers that you guys got going on. We got a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, okay, some of us have seen the Kickstarter a little bit, not its final form, but we've seen it and we know what's going on. We know that these are four. Obviously, the main cover is the main cover, but those four are going to be the ones y'all are going to be able to choose from. These are the four that y'all are going to be able to choose from to decide who's the winning monster. You guys pick the winning monster. We've put it out there for you. You guys check out the Kickstarter. You guys check out the videos that we're about to show you when we go live with it, and you'll get to see what monster is what story you like best, what monster you think should be our winner. The little bit I've seen of the other three stories, they're all different. Obviously, I know the story that I worked on the best, obviously, but they're all really different. Each monster really has its own thing going on, each kaiju, which is really cool. And was that important, Alan, for you, or?
Yes, that's part of the reason why I kind of, just gave the teams the basis of like a very clear outline of the idea and fell back and let them do their thing. Because like I said, I want to open the door for this to be a thing for other creators in the future. So it was important to be able to just trust that they would do what they were going to do with it. And at the end, I would go in and tie it all together.
Okay. Very cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. What have you heard from like friends, family, and other people once you start posting the idea and showing what's going on?
It's all been positive feedback. Like I said, I think this is one of my most ambitious projects in the comic book realm. And I'm working on several other projects at the same time. So this has honestly been kind of like, am I doing everything I need to be doing? Like, yeah, I want it to be, as perfect as can be. Obviously, everything can't be perfect, but it was nerve-wracking. I wanted to make sure it was successful. So it was,
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm excited. A lot of people I've spoken to about it are excited. We've gone ahead and, let's do this one too. Let's share this so people can get your last second, your last possibility. We're going to do this. There it is, folks. That's the preview screen. In less than 5 minutes, that's going to go live. And it's going to be a whole long Kickstarter that you can get into and you can back. Now, I know, how many do I have here? 21 of you are following it already. So 21 of you are going to get the notifications. You still got some time, or just be here with us. Keep watching. We would love for y'all to just jump in and start diving in once Alan hits the live.
4 minutes.
So we can have some fun and get this going. Anybody who's out there in the audience right now that has questions or anything last minute, like what's going on, tell me more kind of thing, ask away, because once we hit live, we're going to go through the Kickstarter and we're going to talk about the Kickstarter. And I'm going to put this up here right now. This is where you go to get to be seen, sir, Mr. Niobe Comics. Larry, the gentleman, the genius, the brain behind Niobe Lee. But
Niobe,
in a little while, we're going to be heading over there, and we're going to get the crew from Rebel Comics in the BC. We're going to talk with Alan, and you're going to get a whole different set of eyes. Are going to get to see everything. So we got a whole night of doing this, kids. But you're getting everything off here first. Wow, we're 3 minutes away. That's just scary,
right? Crunch down.
Count now. We will now. We'll give you guys some not sneak peeks, but a little bit of a couple ideas. I know we threw around the ideas about original pages and stuff. Like I have with me right here. This is the original page of the cover that I did. Obviously, it's pencils because I inked it and I colored it digitally. But I might find a way to put this into someone's hands. We're going to chat about that at some point. You know what I mean? We want to get as many people involved. Why? Okay, there it is. With this as possible. We want everybody to have some fun with these guys. I know I don't know if I'm the only one, but I know I drew everything out traditionally, then inked it digitally. I scanned it in and inked it all digitally just because I had to get them over. And I didn't trust the mail so much trying to get things over because you're on the other side of the country. So I didn't know how easy the mail was going to be on that.
Right. I believe that was Lee's approach too. I could be wrong, but
It's best. Excuse me.
Blah, blah, blah.
The best of. Listen, Carl. It is the best of both worlds. You know, it's for me anyway.
It's
I
coral.
I trust myself drawing and stuff like that, and I trust myself digitally. So, and again, I had some backup. The guy down there, down that way, yeah, there he is, Mr. Philly on there, the electric crayon, helping me out. You know, I got you. I'll do this, blah blah blah. So it was. I liked the. It wasn't a competition yet. It was very collaborative. You know, everybody and things like that, and then other people who do other books were very excited. Have you guys? I know. Now I almost called you Lou. Phil, I know you have, but Alan, have you spoken to any other creators or anything like that? Did anybody like, oh, what's this? You know, stuff like that.
I'm sorry, spoken to them
About like, did they tell you, oh, what's this? What's this Kaiju Mania thing? What's going on? Like, what has been the feedback that you've gotten from other people about the idea?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually had a few people reach out, like Niobe, for instance, which was nice. And shout out to him. He actually sent us a graphic without,
Yep,
a request or anything, just out
he's
of
so good with
goodness.
those.
But like I said, I mean, this. Warren Brown.
Yeah, Warren's amazing.
Warren.
Warren's amazing.
Yeah, I love the Sig and Joe
It-
that he's
it's-
doing.
This book even inspired him to do a kaiju page of his own with some
He did.
kaijus.
Nice. That's awesome.
Well, the clock just turned 8:30 on my clock.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
you were
Yep,
right,
it is.
sir.
Boys and girls, he's going to launch. And then what you do is then at that point, send me the link somehow and I'll get it in the private chat and we'll start sharing the living shit out of it.
Launch project.
Oh,
No
my
turning
goodness.
back now.
Oh, my goodness
Oh
gracious.
yeah. Do, 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 do.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. I got the link. Look at that, boys and girls. Let's get that going out there. First things first.
There it is. Yep.
There's the link there.
Your project is live.
We did the same. Oh, thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. Yep, there it is. It is in the chat. It is in YouTube. Start sharing it everywhere, folks. Now I'm gonna glance. Wow. It's so pretty.
We're gonna look at all the goodies, aren't we?
Yes,
Yes,
we are.
we
but I'm
are.
just gonna,
Oh yeah.
whoa, we got a first $21 pledge already.
Oh, all
snap.
right. Thank you,
Oh, look
whoever
at that.
that
Off and
was.
running. Whoever
Who do we
you are,
shout out?
Thank you. Appreciate you. But let's show everybody what we got going on. Hold on a second. Let me share. If you're in this chat and you did that, yo, hit us up. Let us know what's going on. Talk to us. But while you do that, all right, let's full page this. All right, there it is, full page. So what we're going to do first, and Phil, please let me know if you can hear the video. We're going to do the video.
Okay.
And then let me know if it sounds or, you know what I mean.
No problem. Oh yeah, we're good. Kaiju Mania.
All right, the first question. Who did the video? I know, but who did the video?
That goes to Inked Studios. That
Ink
credit goes
Marketing.
to Ink Studios.
Yeah.
Kevin
Very
over at Inked.
Kevin Gillette. Yeah.
Very cool. Then we scroll down. What is Kaiju Mania? And I'll read this one. Then we're gonna let Phil do some stuff and all that stuff. All right.
Okay.
I want the first one, man.
Okay.
Kaiju Mania is an anthology comic featuring 4 monsters and 4 stories. Each story was created by its own creative team and consisting of 5 to 6 pages per story, adding and blending multiple styles and creative forms and presenting it as one cohesive 28-page book. The plot device of the anthology allows each story to be its own while simultaneously fleshing out and connecting the dots to make any anthology proper. Kaiju Mania. We'll do the rewards and stuff later, right after we go through it, but that's the cover A that we all saw. Phil, you want to take it?
Oh, sure. Just do me like that. I was already scanning down. Hold on. Oh, where are we at? One second. Okay. This is done by a UFO traveling through the comic as the reader reads through the 4 stories, collecting the 4 monsters featured in each, and then pitting them together in an epic intergalactic fighting tournament known as Kaiju Mania.
Again, as we discussed, Phil, I'm going to keep you going with this, okay? But we choose, the reader chooses who wins. You back the book. Now, look, I want you to back everything, guys. And obviously, I want my monster to win. But the point is, I want you guys to get this book in your hand one way or the other. So if I don't win, I understand. Pick what you like. Have fun. But get involved with this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Phil.
What makes our campaign unique is that you, the fans, can determine which monster wins the final fight by simply backing the variant cover of the monster you like the most. We will, at the end of the campaign, count the amount for each variant cover ordered and tailor the last pages of the story based on the cover backed the most.
Now, I guess we're going to now go into each monster and each story. Phil, would you like to continue?
Sure. In the year 2009.
Where are you?
Are we going to do the video first? Do you want to?
Yeah.
So
do the I video, Ain't No Chicken Dog. So this was Greg K. Moquin, illustrated by Ian Miller and lettered by Ian Miller, and we'll do this video too.
In the year 2009, a mysterious creature was found in the Arctic Circle. Years later, the creature known as Heiko Yogen escapes a research facility and terrorizes a nearby city.
I like that film.
Did that work?
That did.
All right.
And there's the cover with the dress and everything on it. All right. So then, and there's a little bit of a sample of the interior. Security dude's checking out everything. Security dude's shitting himself, and security dude is done. Sorry, security dude. And then we go into our writers here. I'll do this real fast. Greg K. Malkin is a founder and CVO of Sear Nova Comics, LLC. Greg has written comics such as Ink Scales, The Sear Chronicles, Chronicles of a Horror 2, and many more. Our illustrator, colorist, and letterer is Ian Miller. He's a new comic book creator with Codename Hunter. Ian has been drawing comics since he was 7 years old. After graduating from the School of Visual Arts, Ian became an independent and assembled the indie comic company, Triple Threat Comics, with fellow graduate and friend Eric Hernandez. We're going to talk about our buddy Metal Beast, Phil.
Oh, cool! Metal
Written by Chris McCauley, illustrated by myself, Pete Vasquez, and colored by Phil Leon, the Electric Crayon, and lettered by Jerome Gagnon. So we will hit the video whenever. Tell me when you're ready, Phil.
I'm ready when you are, man. A military experiment gone wrong creates a fusion of man and machine. The enraged beast leaves a trail of bodies behind him as he seeks revenge on his creator.
That was fire, Phil. That was absolutely fire. That was really cool. So our second cover Relinquish, the Metal Beast here. I'm your guy. I drew and all that this cover. We'll get a little sample here. This is kind of towards the end. Relinquish doing things. Look, that was Warren who pledged.
Warren, all right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Warren.
This is towards the end of the story. Things are not happening. Things are not going the way of the general here. And that's there we go. Chris McCauley is an award-winning science fiction and horror writer who worked with names like Claudia Christian, William Shatner, Darcy Stoker, Andrew Brown, and Nightfall Games. His skills help develop story worlds, short stories, games, RPGs, novels, and comics, not comets, in titles such as Babylon 5, Man o' War, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Judge Dredd, the Stokerverse, Dark Legacies franchise, and Terminator. Prolific in almost every creative media, Chris loves the art of collaboration and thrives on building a story upon which he loves. I'm going to tell you, Chris has been really cool to communicate with about this. We didn't really in the beginning, but towards the end, once I started putting stuff out, he was really like, I love it. I love this. This is what, cool. And Chris was a dream to work with for someone like me who needed to have his hand held a little bit. And I couldn't have asked for a better writer, to be completely honest with you. I will talk, Phil, why don't you read about the illustrator? Because I heard he's
Okay, the illustrator. Pete Vasquez is a Long Island, New York freelance artist and one half of the art studio Fat Guys Inc. His influences include artists like Biscuit, Michael Turner, Keith Haring, Todd McFarlane, Jackson Pollock, and Sylvia G.
Yep.
Pete travels the convention circuit frequently and is always available for commissions.
Thank you, Phil. And then you're going to see why I want to do this in a second. Our colorist, Phil Leon, hails from Fort Wayne, Indiana, where he studied art and graphic design at Indiana University. Phil transitioned into the comics as a colorist, illustrator, editor years later. He's worked with publishers such as Wonder Funders, Ravenfish Studios, Anomalous Comics, Divided District Studios, Nine Realms Publishing, RMD Comics, and most recently with Silver Line Comics on a title called White Devil.
White Devil!
Found most nights with his Tesla coils and crayons, bringing life pages and covers for various comic creations under the pale moonlight. You can find him at PhilManX1 Art on Facebook, PhilLeon71, and his ArtStation link is there. And you should definitely go check it out. I've perused Phil's ArtStation, and it is pretty friggin' amazing. Our letterer, I can't wait to see the pages lettered, Jerome Gagnon, has been actively lettering comics for the past 4 years and has worked as a comic graphic designer.
Holy cow!
What?
We're up to 300.
Woo-hoo!
Holy cow!
Worked as a graphic designer in the print industry for over 20 years. Jerome's work has been featured by Advent Comics, Marcosia, Second Sight Publishing. His work has been featured in Mike Wiernigo's Telos Tribute, Puerto Rico Strong, Border X, Broke Down in Four Dead Bodies. That's Orange Cone. That's Travis Gibb. Blood, Skulls, and Chrome. Voodoo Nations, again, Orange Cone, Travis Gibb. Capable, Cthulhu Invades Oz, Holiday Spirits, and many others. That means he's a beast. That's that whole paragraph translates. This guy's got his shit together. He's awesome.
And Cthulhu Invades Wonderland.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna move on to The Hungry Beast of the Amazon, Story 3, written by Travis Gibb, illustrated by Ignacio de Meglio, and lettered by Jerome Gagnon. Phil, I'm gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1.
A small military group of men and women, all armed to the teeth, walking into a burning rainforest. Locals are running out of the way. Behind them, large logging trucks barrel down a path. The team has no idea of the beast that awaits them.
I fucking love this. Oh my goodness. Towerette, variant cover C.
Done by Patrick. I'm going to butcher the last name, so I'm not even going to bother saying it. Patrick B.
There's a sample of the interior. And folks, if you got into theme, each story is so different, just written and the way it looks and everything. It's just, I absolutely love it. Okay, we're going to talk about our writer, Travis Gibb. He's a veteran comic book writer and owner-operator of the publisher Orange Cone Productions. He is a lover of indie comics. He really is. He's an advocate for indie comics. It's actually quite impressive and really supportive on how much he loves doing comics and how much he loves to support indie creators. And I have a lot of respect for him in regards to that. And he's been in the comic world for about 20 years. He's best known for his co-created Cone comics, Broke Down and Four Dead Bodies, Voodoo Nations, and Cthulhu Invades Oz, and Cthulhu Invades Wonderland, which was just out. When he isn't writing or creating comic books, he's spending time with his wife and kids in Palm Bay, Florida, where he currently resides. And he is currently at MegaCon right now. And I hope he's killing it and selling out all his stuff and having a grand old time. Our illustrator and colorist Ignacio de Meglio is a freelance cartoonist with more than a decade of experience drawing and telling stories. His love for the medium is beyond early memory. Twice. He loves it so much we had to say it twice. And he has made comics, illustrations, and character designs for various projects. You can find him on Twitter as Ignacio de Meglio or Near the Sea, waiting for Cthulhu to wait up. And again, Jerome Gagnon has jumped in and done the lettering for this story as well. So, woohoo! And now we're going to talk about Henry's Imagination, written by Alan Johnson, illustrated by Lee Reese, colored by this guy, Phil Leon, lettered again by Jerome Gagnon. And yeah, so we're going to hit the video, Phil. You ready?
1 second.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead. Henry's mother, Jessica, is forced to take Henry with her to work one day. Upon arriving in the office, Jessica's boss, Frank, already annoyed with Jessica's increasing tardiness, makes Henry feel unwelcome. This causes the monster in Henry's imagination to go haywire and fight. The monster Jessica's boss had created with his thoughts of wanting harm to come to Henry.
Place the title on the cover.
Yeah,
is what
when you look at the cover, like let me scroll so you can see the cover. You see how it says Kaiju Mania up there and all that stuff? That's kind of some graphic design work where after it's drawn and it's formatted for printing, before we send it to the printer, we put that right on top. That's like the finishing thing. It's like putting the jewelry and stuff on when you after you put on your suit. It's the little extra that gives you the name and the title. So they just call it trade dress. It's just insider's basketball there, basically. Fancy word for saying the title stuff, so you know who made the book.
Joe Tolliver stopped in to say hey.
Yeah, jump. Good. Thank you, Phil. You read my mind. First off, we'll scroll back a second. When we launched, Joe Tolliver jumped in and said, well, come on, man, click. He said, thank you for supporting the Indieverse platform with the first set of comics he can sell from the platform. Wink, wink. It scares me that Joe is winking. That scares me.
A winking Joe.
Winking Joe. That's frightening, but that should be a short story, a short horror story. Lee Reese jumping in, telling he loves the movie voice. Phil, keep going.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
My buddy Rafael Tavares from Bit and Apple TV, folks. If you haven't checked out Bit and Apple TV, go to YouTube, go to Facebook, click Bit and Apple. You won't regret it. It'll be a lot of fun. He says fight, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And yes, they will. Hope you're feeling better, man. We missed you at CradleCon. We already talked about this. And then the stories look fun. Can't wait to have them in his hands. We can't wait for them to have you in your hands as well. Wink, wink. And Aurelie's, okay, thanks. Oh, you need the link again? Well, shit. We're never going to not give you the link. Right, guys?
Handing out links like Zelda.
I got to figure out my own thing for that, because that's not my.
I know we graped Larry on that.
I'm not going to do that. I don't want to commit gimmick infringement. All right, so then the interior sample of this is freshly colored by Mr. Phil Leon. All sorts of stuff going there.
Freshly in coloring.
All right. Here on the screen, Alan Johnson is an independent comic creator, filmmaker, and novelist operating out of the Pacific Northwest. He's formed his first film company in 2016 called Inspire One Productions before opening his first imprint, Eighth World Comics, in 2021, successfully launching his first comic title, Kajar and Kajaria. Alan put out a lot of energy into Kaiju Mania and hopes of building a positive group of collaborative creatives that allow focuses on inclusion, collaboration, and more opportunity amongst our active community of creators. I think absolutely you have, Alan. So keep that energy up, man. Keep that energy going.
I appreciate that.
Lee Reese, for 45-year-old comic book artist and illustrator. I'm 48, Lee, I understand. Whose influences include Todd McFarlane, Me Too, Jim Lee, Sam Keith, Jay Lee, and Frank Miller. Lee has been drawing since he could hold a pencil and completed his first commission at 7 years old. Wow. His professional background is a combination of 30-plus years in graphic design and as a business owner, but has really recently fallen back in love with his childlike aspirations for comics. That that was beautiful, man. Our colors, God, we're gonna talk about this guy, Phil Leon, the Electric Crayon, ladies and gentlemen. Look, if you want to see cool stuff colored, it's Phil. If you have a project and you're like, shit, be it a print, be it a comic book, be it whatever, a poster, I need somebody to put some colors on this. Phil Leon is the guy you talk to. All right. And again, the man, the myth, the legend, the beast, the letterer extraordinaire, Jerome Gagnon, the hidden talent, the hidden art of lettering a comic book. He's there. I did put the trade dress, the words that say Kaiju Mania and stuff on the books because I knew how to do it and I had my tablet open at the time. So we're going to talk about rewards, kids. There are some amazing tiers for us to choose from. And again, if you choose the variant cover with each individual monster on it, the one who gets the most wins the fight. So first, there's what is rewards we can go up to here and talk about this here. So first off, you can pledge without a reward. Help us out. Let us know. Thanks. We love you. We've been leaving you. I don't need anything. Just here. Thank you. We love that. We would love that. If you pledge $4 or more, you get Kaiju Mania, the digital copy. This reward provides you with a digital copy of the book. All right. And we appreciate that. And you're going to love it, I swear. And look, I understand that. It's tough to open up another long box of comics or put stuff away or shipping or whatever. So sometimes a digital, put it on your computer, put it on your hard drive. That's the best way. We get it, and it's cool. We love you. Back it. $8 or more, you're going to get the Kaiju Mania Digital Deluxe, though. Deluxe. Oh, I'm excited. The reward provides a digital copy of Kaiju Mania plus original sketches of each monster of Kaiju Mania. So you get a digital copy of the book and 4 original sketches of each monster. That's pretty cool. And for $8, that's really cool. $10 or more, you get our standard physical copy. That's the book with all the monsters on it, correct?
Yep.
This reward provides you that physical copy of Kaiju Mania featuring the standard cover, so you get that cover and a digital copy of the book. And we're going to talk about shipping. We're going to talk about that at the end. Variant cover 1. Hokoyogin. I had to give it with this little Spanish accent so we can get it going, That is the reward that provides you with the physical copy of the penguin bear monster from Kaiju Mania. I can't say his name again.
The size of that chicken.
Exactly. And based on the story already created by Greg K. Muckwin. It's illustrated by Ian Miller. And if you get this, if you get variant cover number 1, that's a vote for Hokoyogin to win. So you get the cover and a digital copy of the book.
Nice.
If you pledge $15 or more, you can get variant cover number 2. That is Relinquish the Metal Beast. That's my guy. This reward obviously gives you a copy of that book plus a digital copy of the book as well. And then we scroll down some more. The next tier, variant cover 3, gets you Towerette. That's a copy of that cub monster and a digital copy of that book as well. And that's our monster from the Amazon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then the final one is Chupara. That is the last monster there. You get a copy of that book and a digital copy of the book as well. And again, each cover, whatever cover does the most, that's the monster that wins. So this is in your hands, kids. But it doesn't stop there. $25 or more is the double up. You can pick your favorite 2 covers. If you can't just pick one, you can pick 2. And you can get 2 physical copies. Plus, you get to submit 2 votes for these monsters in the contest. So it's fair. It's on the level. I dig it. 2 variant covers, which you pick yourself. And you get a digital copy of the book. That's hot. That's so you can see the digital copy going in with the physical copies is great. I love that because then I can read the digital and I can either slab or not ruin or not, break or not destroy my physical copies. And I can keep them nice and sweet because these books are going to be super expensive because everybody who's worked on this book is a rock star. Just letting you know, except for maybe me, but that's okay. Now we go into our retailer vendor package here, and this one's really cool.
Which Joe actually pledged to. He bought the retail vendor package.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you. I got to be completely honest with you, because I do a lot of shows and stuff. This is something I would for another artist or for somebody. This is something I would do. I would get into. You get 4 physical copies of each cover, so that's 25 covers for $55. Damn, I might actually pledge to that. I'm going to be honest with you. $100 or more gets you the Monster Mash. I dig that. I can hear the song in my head, and I know Phil's going to sing it in a second. I read your mind, didn't
The Monster Mash. There
Sure.
you go.
With Monster Mash, you receive physical copies of all 4 variant covers, plus a Kaiju Mania t-shirt and a Kaiju Mania magnet. Note, the reward negates the vote for the final fight. Okay, so there's no voting with this one, but you're getting a magnet, so that wins. And a digital copy of the book and 4 original sketches of each monster. $160 or more. The retail vendor deluxe package. 10 copies of each cover, including the standard and the variants, just for retail vendors only. So I couldn't do this, but if you own a comic book shop, this is the way you want to go. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 books.
Yep. And a correction, Joe got the retail vendor deluxe option.
Oh.
He says. Holy crap.
Thank you again, Joe.
See, we're going to talk about Joe Tolliver for a quick second. Not only is he the American hero because he serves in the Army. So thank you, Joe, for everything you do for us. But Joe's a stand-up guy. Joe's an honest guy. Joe doesn't bullshit you. Joe tells you how it is, but not like the way when somebody, I'm going to tell it like it is because they want to be a dick. Joe tells you the way it is because he's an honest human being, and he's a good human being. And he loves comics, and he loves creating comics, and he loves to support people who create comics. It's kind of the general thing that all of us in this room have. Make cool stuff, get cool rewards, and meet cool people. And like, if you want to do things, you be with people who have the same mindset as you. And Joe Tolliver absolutely has the same mindset as us. And I'm glad I got connected to him when we did.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then we're now scrolling through some more stuff. So you see the digital copies there, the digital deluxe with some drawings and some stuff, physical copies. There we go. Hokoyogen. I'll be able to say that before it's all over. I promise.
Hokoyogen.
Something like that. Hokey. For right now, it's Hokey. Relinquish. Sorry, guys. I got to do it. Towerette right there. It's funny. Alan, you'll get a kick out of it. When I first saw the cover and it didn't have the dress on it, okay, maybe because I was a couple edibles in, but it did kind of look like he was hitting a gravity bong.
That's the word on the streets.
The word on the street is what had happened was the Army came and interrupted him while he was hitting hits off a gravity bomb, and it pissed him off. So I'm sorry, it's just what it's, but that makes me love it more. And Chupara right here, the black and white cover, and then see you get 2 books there with the double up. Got Monster Mash right there, which is awesome. And there's a mock-up of the t-shirt.
It was a graveyard smash, man.
And both, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. The project is special because of what it aims to be. The way the stories are allowed to be their own, but also be a part of the bigger picture that is Kaiju Mania. This project can hopefully become an all-inclusive outlet that can continuously hire more writers, artists, and creators. So it's about the community, right, Alan?
Exactly. That's the whole reason I put this project forward.
4 monsters enter, 1 leaves. You decide.
This campaign is supported by the Ink Studios LLC team. Ink Studios LLC is proud that Kaiju Mania is part of the Inked family. Inked has been in the marketing arms for over 60 successful crowdfunding campaigns for the new creators, industry titans, and publishers. You too can be a part of the Inked family. Simply visit or contact us at the Contact Us page and tell us about your project and request an Inked Solutions guide. We look forward to hearing from you, and that's at inked.marketing. Go check them out. Risks and challenges. As in all things in life, there are risks and challenges. The great part is all the art and stories are worked on and paid for prior to launching. So now all that comes next is putting it all together and sending it off for a print run. However, with the way we've chosen to allow fans to choose the fate at the end of the fight, we now have 5 additional pages to create, so we must wait until the end fundraiser is on the way. So once the campaign is done, we'll know who wins, finish the pages, get to work. So as the way a vote is cast by the amount of variant covers backed, so for every copy backed, the monster number 1 earns a vote. This means we'll have to work super fast at the end of our campaign to maintain our schedule, but also allow for the inclusive choice your fate features. And that's awesome. I appreciate that, and that means a lot. The good news is a lot of the heavy lifting is done. It really is just 5 pages. So depending on what's going on with that, it should be pretty quick. Now, you're saying we should fulfill by September, correct?
Yes, that is my goal. I left a buffer there because I've heard, that print services are having a hard time with, COVID and everything else. So Theoretically, once those 5 pages are done, we'll send it off to the print service, and whenever
Thank you, Vic.
they send it
thanks,
back,
Vic.
it will be out to the backers, which, by the way, thank you everyone who has pledged already. That is amazing. Thank you.
It's good to see Vic in here. Vic's an excellent artist himself, man.
Vic, I have to talk to you about that Procreate thing. We'll talk later. Okay, so right now we are at the half hour mark with 7 backers and $356 of our $3,000 goal. Super excited about that. We're moving. We're moving,
Now,
kids.
Pete, since when the package is getting together, I was right in the middle of working on stuff. If you want to bring up a page, I will give people a little preview of something that's got a little more color in it than what they've seen in there.
Yes, we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna let you run the show with that, Phil. Let me just where is it? Oh, there you are, Phil. Excellent. Okay, good. And when you're done with that, we'll show some of the relinquished pages. So you're on the ball, Phil. I'll be right back.
Cool. Yeah. So here's like, you saw in the layout when I was
Great
in the
job.
process. So we got that
Boys.
going on. Let's see, where else can we go with that? There you go. There's a little more of that page. And let's see. Ooh, this one. Let's see. Ryan Lyon. I'm clicking through. Give me a second here. There you go. There's a little snippet of the one page. I'll give you just briefly a quick little look at that page. So everything is in the progress of getting done. I've been pulling some all-nighters to get this wrapped up.
Which we appreciate, Phil.
There you go.
Ooh,
Let's
look
see
at
a
that.
little bit. Just give you a little bit of a peek there, man. Got some buildings to wrap up there, but just about there with that.
And shout out to Lee. He really did amazing with taking what was on the page.
I've had fun working on Lee's stuff, man. And let's see. Oh, hey, there's a little bit of relinquish, man. I'm sure Pete has some more of that to pull up too.
I got tons of it, but I figure I'll let you dance a little bit. Oh, wait, here we go. Lee Reese himself says, give me a winner and I'll knock out those pages. Looking forward to drawing this badass fight scene. And look, I'm even going to throw my name out there. If you need somebody to help out with some inking or some finishing or anything like that to make it go faster, I'm at your service.
Appreciate that. And so does Lee.
And then we go. There's that cover with Mr. White, and I did some colory colors on that.
The virgin cover.
And I guess we could give them a peek. Let's give them a peek of that.
There you go. That's what
that is awesome. That's some more Lee Reese work right there. I love that. And what is that one going to be exactly, Al?
So this is one of the framed photos that you'll get. But yeah, so this is the octopus that's basically the boss's incarnation because he's causing the kid to have a bad day. And so the kid creates this monster down here to deal with this monster.
So yeah, there you go. A little peek at everything going on there. Know that it's in process and just about done. It's not going to take me much time at all to slam out the last bits of this, and it will be ready to go. And
we're jumping really quick. This is the first page of Relinquished. Colored by Phil, drawn by me. Again, Phil and I, it was really cool. We talked. I know a lot of times colorists and inkers or whatever don't talk a lot. Phil and I talk all the time. So it's like, oh, let's try this. And he's like, I want to do this. And I was like, did I leave you enough room for this? And, even like, where do you think? I'm like, angry. Okay, cool. And then we went on and we really had it was like, you'll appreciate this, Alan. It was very collab. We were very just together figuring it out and working on it and going, okay, yeah, let's do this. And
that's what this whole thing was about, was collaborating. So that's good.
Well, we jumped in right on it. Now, this is me collaborating with Chris McCauley, even though we didn't talk. I'm reading the pages, and I'm like, when I read this, I was like, you know what? This is going to be a quiet scene, except for that one really violent part. So let me make sure it's really violent. And I was actually drew this on an off air with Phil and Warren Brown. And Warren is like, did his eye just pop out? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, you're on to something there. Keep going. Keep channeling that energy.
Everybody likes it when eyes are popping out, man.
It really is a thing, right?
I'm not kidding.
And then I don't want to give everything because it's not. I don't have the lettered stuff, but I love what Phil did here with my shadowing, but with the little special effects on stuff to really make it look like some stuff was going on. Just got exactly what we wanted. I'm really I know it's simple, but I'm really happy with the way it looks. And we got to the end there, and it's a bad day for the general,
Oh, ouch.
and it's a bad day for the monster because now he's going away. And I love what Phil did with the effect and with the scoreboard there.
The panel.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I can't even use my own
The
words.
command panel.
So yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on with this, kids. So I'm very excited. Let's do this again. Let's scroll again because now I'm just excited. 392 with 9 backers, ladies and gentlemen.
We're doing
Nice.
great.
I love it.
Thank you, everybody. Awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. I know it means a lot to Alan, but trust me, it means a lot to me too.
If we did our job right, then there'll be a Kaiju Mania issue 2 next year.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like fun.
With a whole new crew of creators.
That's even
And
better.
we'll bring back the champion of whatever ends up happening with this fight.
I dig it.
Oh, yeah.
I dig it a lot. And 1 second. I got to send a message real quick. I know we're going to be all heading over to check out, to hang out with Rebel Comics.
LP and Niobe.
Because he just successfully, but there's a lot going on. He just successfully launched an Niobe trade. We have Mary Machine Gun 3 launching on Kickstarter in 3 days. And any day now, Niobe Outbreak is jumping out. And that's exciting too. So we got a lot to talk about over there. But he definitely wants to talk about this too with you and get some more eyes on it. And then I just did something stupid. So, well, not stupid. We are at $425 with 10 backers. And yes, I backed the book because I backed it for my brother-in-law because he wanted to get it, but he doesn't have Kickstarter. So
you guys all rock.
So there he is. We're off and running.
Huh? I said 425. Oh no, it just jumped. 446, 11 backers.
Look, if you're in this chat right now and you're backing like Joe did, like our buddy Warren did, please let us know. We would love to give you a shout out and let you know. Lee, it looks like winners are happening. I'm going back to Lee's comment there. It looks like winners are going to happen sooner rather than later. I love it. Look, let's talk about the intangibles here. This is obviously is this your first crowdfund on Kickstarter, Alan?
First
crowdfund
actual one, yeah. I dabbled with one for Kajar, but I just kind of fell back and like took it to self-publishing and did all that fun stuff myself. So this is my first actual one, and it's the first time I've had a team.
Well, hell yeah! Well, congrats on that.
Yeah, first off, congrats. Thank you, Phil. Sorry about that. I love what you did. I love that you took a lot of the feedback from Flip. Like, and I'll just say it, Travis gave you some advice if there's one guy who's going to give you advice again, Travis Gibb is a good one to listen to. And the Kickstarter looks
shout out Travis for sure.
Yeah.
It was really important to me to allow you guys to put feedback in there too, because like I said, I might have hired you guys all, but this is our project, not mine. Like,
well, that was actually I was going to lead into that thing because Phil and I talk about that all the time. Because Phil and I, we also worked together on Naked Cannibal Campers. Was that a year ago?
Yeah, it seems like. Yeah, I think so.
Christ, that feels wow. It feels like
I know.
We worked on Naked Cannibal Campers, and for Naked Cannibal Campers, I did a pinup for the book. But then I did a launch stream, and I was so happy it was like my first kickstarted thing, if that's the right word. I was so excited to be on it. I was like, yeah, let me get people can see my work. So I did a few more pinups for them and a couple other things and a bunch of streams. So number one, Alan, I'm just letting you know now, I like taking ownership, meaning if I'm a part of something, I want to show it off. And I want to show off, and I want to bring along everybody else that's on with me. Because I'm really happy, and I'm really humbled, and I'm really honored to be a part of it. So I'll do streams I have my live streams all the time, normally on Twitch on Sundays. So obviously you guys are all invited, always. Come in. We're going to talk about the book to death. It's going to be great. It's absolutely his vision, man. What's going to be really cool about that too? We're going to be on some other shows. We're going to be on with Demon Phil and a few. We're going to be on Rebel Comics, Niobe, and a few other folks that we're working on. You guys are going to want to just back the book to get us to shut up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
hey, I'm telling you. But I'm just super excited and super happy about this, and I want you guys to all get to see it. Get to see. I guarantee you, the Kickstarter itself, the actual page is going to even involve a little bit. It's going to evolve a little bit, and you're going to see more things. But as far as we go, if I can button up a couple pencils here, I definitely want to see if we could add some incentives to folks to jump in. Like, let's do so. Let's roll this. Let's hold on. Let me scroll this again. $446.11 back. That's where we were before. Sorry,
Nice.
but it's moving. It's moving. I love it. Again, I have pages. Okay, I have pages right here. Oh, you can't see my screen. I have pages. In fact, I think I still have somewhere over here. I know I have the pages from the book, like the 5 pages that I drew from the book. So those are things I might be able to offer to folks if they,
Oh,
okay, down the road. Alan and I will talk about that, but that's something that could possibly be done. I was even thinking about doing a pinup of my monster for the, throw that in as like you get the pinup and you get one of these if you back a tier or something. But we're going to talk about that down the road because it's exciting and I want to do as much as I can to make this a success. Not only for myself, for myself. I'm not going to be altruistic and tell you that, but it's for all of it. It's for Phil. It's for Alan. It's for Lee. It's for everybody that's on the project. I want everybody's stuff to get seen. I want everybody to. I want to make it happen because number one, I want to make it happen. Number two, I absolutely adore this project, and
Not only that, but it's also for the next set of creators.
Yep.
And that's
yeah.
what makes it unique and important, because if we can, open that door to just allow people to get in on this project, it's not like the bar is set very high to, allow everybody to just come in and create something completely random, but tie it all together. And that's what this whole thing's about.
absolutely.
God, such amazing work.
Thanks.
Tons of artists.
Get to see a little bit behind the scenes, man. Which also we should do that, man. You guys, we should do a Zen Den, and we'll talk about kaiju and do some kaiju-y stuff.
Do a what? I'm sorry?
A Zen Den, one of my live drawing streams with Warren.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Just
That's
like I said, let me
something up
know
and do.
date and time, and I can try to make it work.
That one I can make it work because I do those randomly anyhow. So whenever's good for everybody else, we'll pin it all down and we can do that.
For sure.
I'm typing. I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm just putting the link out there for the world so they can go check it out. All right, so that's where we're going. I sent a message to Larry to let him know that whenever he's ready. Oh, there's Joe. Let's see.
Joe.
You send me a character and pay for shipment, and I'll donate a painting. Oh, there you go. See, look at that.
Nice.
Look at that. So, Alan, I think that's directed at you. I think you need to contact Joe Tolliver and get some things
Thank you
going.
very much, Joe. I will definitely reach out to you as soon as we're done with this stream and get you all you need.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Max DeVille from Atrocity Press.
Max.
Thank you very much, Max.
Ninja.
Did you choose a variant cover?
Ninja Bimbos versus zombies from deep space.
Mary Machine Gun. Which one did you back, Max? I know Warren backed Relinquished. I don't know. Joe got the whole shit and kit and caboodle. So
you got the whole, yeah.
We got 2 people. Deal. It looks like right now it says here 2 people did the double up. so far. So far, the standard copy has 3 backers. Hokey has 1 backer. Relinquish has 1 backer. Tararit has 2. And Chupara has 1.
Oh
And then,
snap!
and then
Nice.
Joe's cover, Joe's thing. Yeah, and that's Joe. And there's Joe right there.
Scooby says hi.
Oh yeah, hi.
Hey.
Oh, he got the gravity bong one. Yep. Okay.
Cool.
The second I saw, I was like, is he hitting a gravity bong?
Atomic gravity bong.
Pretty much. Pretty much. All
I don't
right,
even think Snoop Dogg can handle that one, man.
it's pretty intense. So, again, for those of you that are in the chat and you checked it out or hanging out watching the stream, if you have any questions or if you're already back, hey, thank you. But don't be shy. Let us know what's going on. I do know over on Twitch, my lurkers are in full effect. And you know how much I appreciate you guys. We're still trying to see. Huh?
Said you got to like the lurkers.
I love the lurkers. I'm still trying to make sure Pornbot is okay. There was a Pornbot that used to come in, Alan, to my streams on Twitch all the time. And it disappeared.
From him, man. Yeah.
It disappeared when everything started because he was a Russian Pornbot.
Oh,
so he disappeared when everything started going weird over there. So I'm afraid that Russian Pornbot's in trouble. So I hope he's okay. Or she, or it, whatever.
If you're listening still, Joe, I just sent you a message and friend request.
There you go. So we are moving.
What's nice about the indie community is
support.
all the networking, all the like-minded hanging out and helping each other out when we can.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely adore it.
I've had nothing but good experiences in the indie field.
Likewise.
Willing to throw in originals. So we got artists and stuff willing to throw in stuff. So we're definitely adding to this. I think we just created some stretch goals, Alan.
Nice.
Some stuff. So that's cool. That's going to be cool. So, somebody gets the original and then make a stretch goal of a print of it or something like that. I think that might be the way to go. So in the future, kids, you're going to get to see a lot of cool stuff. We'll talk about that. Holding strong at 4:46, but still, that's for 45 minutes. That's a great start.
That's the best I've ever done, so I'm happy.
That's cool. I'm really excited about that. Okay, we're gonna keep going for a little while longer. Phil, you still up there?
What?
You got stuff still up there. You're still showing stuff up there.
Yeah, I decided I might as well, since I'll be in the background working anyhow, give everybody a little behind the scenes peek, man.
And we got Phil working in the background diligently. I'm gonna pull you out for a second. Not you, Phil. Sure. Just pull that out for a second. I'm gonna go back to it in a minute. I just want to go back to the Kickstarter. There we go. Cool. Let's make it full screen. So there it is. So far, so good. We just started. This is 46 minutes old, kids. Off to the races. Really exciting. Kaiju Mania, but there's your original cover. Bunch of monsters fighting it out to see who the winner is. But we're not going to know the winner. We're going to know who the winner is in 29 days because y'all are going to decide. Okay?
4 Kaiju enter, 1 leaves. You decide.
That's it. You see these 4 covers here? So you pick the cover you like, and the monster who ends up with the most covers picked, he's the winner. Or she, I'm not going to, I don't know. So that's exciting. That's different. I haven't seen that anywhere else. I mean, it harkens back to the 900 number to decide if Jason Todd lived or died. It goes back to that. But I'm excited about this. It's going to be fun. Obviously, I want my guy to win. Duh. But I really, it's just important that you guys get involved and get in there and have some fun with it because let's face facts. They're all awesome. All the monsters are cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's just cool stuff going on. You got to make it happen. Alan, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great, man. It's
Good.
positive all around. I'm getting off to a good start. Got a lot of work to do, but
That's good though. That's what happened.
right?
That's it's the getting here is almost the fun part. I mean, it's work, but it's almost the fun part. Now it's like, okay, now we really got to work. You know?
Yeah. I mean, from conception to getting here, it's been a journey. I mean, I think I first started, vaguely without putting too much announcement out there, hiring secretly for this project like a year ago, and then I just kind of like, paid for it as I could, just saved up all the side money I could, and worked with everybody as I could to get it to this point because it was really important to me to have all the artists as much as possible anyways paid for before we got here because I didn't want anybody waiting on the project to be successful to get their pay, and
you definitely took care of us and I appreciate
you really,
that,
really
man.
did. You really did. It's really cool. I really appreciate that too. That means a lot to it when you're a creator, when you know what's going on.
Yeah, and that's why communication's a big thing with me. I try to give you guys all, as much from me as possible. And it turned out great, evidently.
No, I'm super happy. I'm super happy to be a part of it. I love everything that I've seen about it. Like I just as a creator, I love everything I've seen so far. So it's just been fire all the way around so far. So I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what's next, which means I said at this point now it's just we keep talking about it and we see where else we go. And hopefully that the next part is funded. That's where we want to go. So
right,
and that takes
filming.
Yep,
and then start hiring for round 2.
There you go. But that takes you guys right now. We need you guys out here. And look, I say it all the time, and now I'm going to put it into action. We all know it's we're trying to get money to fund the book. Fine, cool, right? Throw that out the window for a second. I don't want your money just to get your money. I don't. I want to put this book in your hands. This book is absolutely amazing. There's so many, and it's really 4 mini books in one. You get 4 different but similar stories. I know I talked the way I talked about it. It was a lot of when you watch the Godzilla movies, like the Godzilla movies are great. I wish there was less people, but they were great. And well, you kind of get that here. You get the monsters get to be a lot of front and center. We don't hide them. They're out in the open. You see them right away. They're doing their thing. And in the short amount of time that you get to see these monsters, you get to see what they're all about. And you get to see a lot of what they can do, which means the final fight is going to be that much cooler. And I can't wait for y'all to see that. I can't wait for y'all to have that in your hands. And the only way for you guys to do that is to get on this book and get on it as soon as you can. Excuse me. So that's all I can say. Phil, what say you?
I say I've had a great time working on this. I'm having a great time working on it as we speak. And I really liked everybody. I digging being on this with everybody that's on it. I mean, a lot of cool people on this, man. And I'm really excited to see how this goes.
Likewise.
I was about to say, Alan, the creator. How do you feel right now? What's going on? What's next? What's like the very next thing besides obviously we're going on Rebel Comics tonight, but what's your next move now? How obviously getting the word out?
Definitely getting the word out. I'm going to be sending the link to a couple of my contacts. I'm also talking to a producer about some stuff, so I'll be sending the link to him tonight. And then
Kaiju, the motion picture, is that what I hear?
Nothing's impossible.
I'm gonna talk to a buddy of ours who might have some we might to try to get up some retailer interest.
And if the campaign's successful, I'll probably, double down on that whole toy idea and get
nice
some figures out there. possibly I might talk to a couple programmers I know and see if we can't develop like an app video game where it's like a
and there's a
Monster
new.
Mash type.
I was gonna say there's a new Unreal Engine out that's now for developing games. Man, that's pretty badass.
And then like besides this, I'm also in the midst of starting a program where I'm basically, funding people's studio time in the music industry here in Portland. And then also I have a motion picture that I'll be shooting in June in Seattle. So it's kind of like I'm super crazy busy right now.
Yeah,
But
I did not know you're doing the music thing. That's cool. As a
because
performer and sometimes musician, that's really cool, man.
Well, yeah, because 2 years ago I was trying to start a nonprofit organization before a friend of mine was murdered, and I kind of just fell back from the whole idea for a while so I could kind of figure out life. But
Yeah.
basically, my whole thing is trying to create a space where people can get the resources and tools and hands-on development from people who have actually been through the ringer in fields that they're actually interested in. And I basically call it the foundation because I want to, get that door open for people a little bit more. Because I know me personally, it was hard as hell to find my avenue and find my passion and my craft. And then I had nobody there to teach it to me. So I had to, figure it all out myself. And, some things worked, some things didn't. But I feel like, creating that bridge for people is important and will help them tenfold in life more than anything. So that's what I was doing it as a nonprofit organization, but trying to get a board of directors and everything coordinated is a headache and a half. So I'm just kind of doing it myself of all the things I wanted the nonprofit organization to do. So funding for people's studio time, paying for screening events for movie, like the film industry here. And it's costly. It leaves me in a pickle a lot of the times, but I feel like it's creating, or it will, when it's actually reached its fruition, create change. And that's worth it to me.
Nice.
Oh, we got a beep in the background. What? Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy crap.
In the building.
What's up, guys?
The ever elusive Mr. Lee Reese.
How are you, sir?
Good, good. How are you guys?
Doing well. Nice to see the man.
How are you, sir?
Good, good, good.
Cool. How do you feel? We're off and running. We're about an hour in.
Pretty cool. What, close to $450, $500, something like that?
Close to $450 so far. We're right out there, right out the gate. Talking about the excitement of the books. Now we can get some energy from you. I'm gonna give you the floor, sir, and tell me how you got involved and how it's been being involved in this little project.
Well, Alan and I met on Facebook, but I have a friend. Her son is autistic, and he draws comic books. He's probably about 15 years old now. He's been doing it, though, since he was 11 or 12.
Cool.
He created this character called Croc Boy, a whole comic book company. This kid, man, he probably has 150 comic books illustrated.
Wow.
Under his belt, this little kid, man, and his art, I was drawn to him because of his artwork and his passion for it. And I wanted to help him promote and give him some pointers on page layouts and things like that. Well, Alan saw a post of mine about my friend there, and he I guess he reached out to his mother and bought some comics, some Croc Boy comics, and sold them at his little comic stand for a while. And then and then Alan and I just kind of communicated on Facebook, and then he hit me up for this project, and game on, man.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you got the words, what made you go in the direction you did with the art?
Well, I based the original character kind of off of the cover design, because the main cover there was already illustrated. So I kind of sort of off of Alan's description, and off of that cover illustration, I kind of based that character off of that. Everything else was just kind of reading Alan's words, and whatever kind of popped in my head, I put it on paper, and it was honestly
You did a fantastic job, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I struggle more with my own stuff, my own, conveying my own writing to my illustrating than I did with Alan's. I read his and I was like, oh, I know how to do this.
that's awesome. Now,
Yeah.
have you gotten to see some of the other stuff? Or
Oh yeah. It all looks awesome, man. Yeah, I like your guy too, man. Pete, I'm excited to draw the fight scene because I get to draw all those guys.
Look,
Oh,
all I
yeah.
ask, the only thing I ask when you do that, at some point, okay, because we go back to my cover really quick. That I and Lee, I think you tell me if you feel the same way. Sometimes you're always looking for an opportunity to get some of you involved, even if it's somebody else's idea. But when I was doing the cover, Alan was like, "Yeah, do whatever you want." I was like, "Cool." So monsters, kaiju. I'm like, "This guy's King Kong." I'm doing King Kong, right? So I'm like, "It's gonna be King Kong." So I'm and really quickly, I'm sitting there trying to get the perspective on the building so it all looks straight. Legitimately 6 hours just on the building trying to make it straight. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never drawing buildings again. Jesus
Buildings. Oh my
Oh,
God. Talk about buildings.
Christ. All
Nightmare.
the artists are groaning. But the kicker for me, I think we're all kind of in similar age brackets. I'm 48. So I knew King Kong's got to be knocking down some airplanes. And I'm from Long Island, which is the birthplace of Grumman, the Moonlander and a bunch of amazing airplanes and stuff. So, and I'm a G.I. Joe fan. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do biplanes because that's weird. I'm not going to do this. I want to do I want to draw some F-14D Tomcats because they were built here on Long Island, and I'm staring at my half broken G.I. Joe Sky Striker that I had, which is modeled off an F. I'm like, I'm going to get a 14. I'm going to get a jet plane in this. I'm going to do it. I hope Alan likes it because I'm doing it.
I dug it. As soon as I seen it too, I was like, King Kong.
It was King Kong. So any of that with you, Lee?
Yeah. I mean, I pulled from all the old kaiju because that's what I was raised on, man. The King Kong, Godzilla, all that stuff. I mean, the new stuff's fun, but there's no soul in it like it used to be. I mean, CGI is amazing. It's an amazing technology, some phenomenal artists that can make things look so realistic. But there was an art to making something physical, an artist making something physical, putting it on film and making it even remotely believable. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a whole nother thing. Some poor artist would work 2 months creating a corpse that's smashed for 2 seconds on screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, I admire that old style of doing things in movies, and Kaiju's no different, man. I mean,
yeah, I love practical effects.
Stuff. I love seeing the errors,
Yep, absolutely.
Seeing the strings and all that
you
stuff.
And you mentioned, I saw your comment before. Both of us started, because I both of us obviously do a little digital, a little traditional, whatever. I'm a traditional guy. I do a lot of painting, but yeah, we both said we have physical copies, you can hear it, of the book. And then we did this stuff digitally so we can get it over to Alan and stuff. How was that process for you?
Well, honestly, I did everything digital for Alan.
Okay.
I did pencils and inks, all digital. I honestly don't have an actual original, but I offer an original, and I can get out an original between now and 29 days, man. So
hell yeah.
If anything, that'll help the campaign, but
that's what I like. I like that energy, man. We have the same energy with that.
Yeah, but I did everything digital because he's in Oregon. I'm in Maryland.
Yeah, there you go. I'm in New York, so yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I didn't trust the mail system, man.
No,
I live on a little tiny island on the Chesapeake Bay, and sometimes our mail's 2 weeks out. I mean, you know.
Can I tell you? I did 2 Star Wars sketch covers for a guy. Did them in March. Mailed them out. I legitimately mailed them out the day before my birthday in April, in the middle of April. He just got them yesterday, and he lives in Hawaii. So
Yeah.
I wasn't mailing you anything, Alan. I'm sorry. I just wasn't.
Yeah.
I just wasn't.
That's like I paid for a diorama from this guy in, I want to say Mexico. But like I paid like a bunch of money to have it shipped and everything, and it got here, and because of the shipping, it was destroyed basiced, and it was like handcrafted. So it was like, ugh!
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but that sucks actually. But I'm sorry. I had to do this because I had to put up the comparisons, just the differences in what both same book. You know, I have 2 of the 4 monsters, obviously, but just the differences that between what Lee and I decided we wanted to do, and we still convey the same. This guy's a badass, and he's got some shit going on. What's next? I love it that we both had the same energy, but completely different approaches to what we were doing.
It's the beauty of art.
Yeah, man, it really is. But I think it also it sings to what Alan's thing of us collaborating and just working off. Like I'd see a sample of somebody's page and be like, no, I got to do this, or something, whatever. So it was really cool, and I really appreciate that. Did you feel that too, Lee?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I wanted to definitely keep up.
Keep up. That I like
cool
that
stuff going on.
Keep up. There really is though. It's absolutely bananas how much talent that he put together, and just and I mean, obviously I'm talking from the right, but you got some great writers. Chris is an amazing writer. I got the pages from you. I was like, holy shit. I know Alan's a great writer. I think we all know that Travis has, Orange Comb production. Travis is just an amazing writer as well. All the stuff that he puts out. So it's like, wow, everybody better bring it.
And they did.
Yeah, so.
Pete, you were talking about buildings earlier.
Buildings.
Yeah, buildings.
Oh, yeah. Lee does buildings.
I apologize. I put it in the city.
You're welcome, Phil.
I built one
They're
building.
cool, man. I dig them.
Look at this.
You'll be happy to know that the last pages there won't be any buildings. It'll all be in like a dome.
Arena.
Yeah.
You have a crowd full of aliens.
Yeah, like the Star Wars little pods when they're doing the conference.
As long as Phil doesn't need to color perspective, he'll be fine.
I'm actually drawing a sketch of all 4 of the characters just to kind of have it as a reference.
Oh, that's cool.
For for the last 5 pages there, and but if you want to see it, I got it here. I don't know how well you can see. Let me see.
Well, hold on. Let me 1 second. Boom.
I don't know how well you can see it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, cool.
Cool.
Very nice.
If you want, I have the original concept that I gave the concept drawing that I gave Alan. I have it somewhere. I can forward it to you if you want to keep it as a reference for what we did with the Metal Beast for Link.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I just just to have the details on them when I they start to die off.
I'll send you what I got. I got you. I'll send you what I got. That's no problem. Collab.
Cool with this project when I ran into Lee back in the online con days, and we did the little character together, man. I was like, I like Lee's stuff, maybe, and we were both like, maybe we can get on a book someday, and then Al had hit us both up, so we
just didn't know
to
how.
work on something together finally, man.
Yeah, as soon as I seen what he did with the monsters, I was like, end fight, Lee.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about that.
Definitely.
Just giving
Fights and
everybody,
draws.
and I'm going to put the link in the chat, just to give everybody a heads up, because we're all going to go over and visit our buddy Larry at Rebel Comics Niobe. Okay,
Larry.
Larry. He's the and Phil will laugh at this part. The intro is live, so we have couple hours before the show's ready.
Okay. No, you won't. Not a couple hours.
It won't be a couple hours. Larry will be live. Larry is live now, so y'all can go. We're gonna move over there in a little bit, but his intro will run first for a little bit. But I am gonna put the link in our chat there. There it goes, and I'm going to put it on YouTube. And I will say a word about YouTube. I just started using YouTube again. Now, I had done videos, restaurant videos, years ago when I started my first YouTube. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not where I wanted to put that. Whoops, sorry. So whatchamacallit? I was able to keep my own name on YouTube, so and go live and all that stuff. So it's there for you. Oh, did I put it there? Did I do it? I did it. Okay, cool. So there's the chat, so we can go over, so everybody can go check us out over on Rebel Comics in a little bit. I figure we'll mosey over in the next 10, 15 minutes. He's on Twitch too, so I'll do a raid, and that'll be fun. And then if anybody needs a break to go take a leak or anything like that, we can do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to run and check on something in a minute.
No, we'll get rid of this. This is your 9-minute warning, everybody, and we're going to be heading out in a second. Phil, I'm going to flip from here, and we're going to go back to here for a quick second. Just where's the damn page? I lost the page. I found the page. Technology.
I found the page.
Technology. All right, here we are, kids. We're going to refresh this for a second. See what happens. Holding strong at 446, 11 backers, 29 days to go. Of course, we have to thank Joe Tolliver and our buddy Warren Brown and everybody else who's already backed. If you haven't, okay, fine, you have time. But here's the thing. Just do it. Just do it. It's going to be awesome. What happened?
We got Max. He says, I'm a backer.
Oh, dude, Max too. I forgot. Sorry, Max. I forgot.
He got the gravity bong, he says.
That's right, he did. He got the gravity bong. We talked about that
before.
Thank
Where you.
What should we call it? What was I going to say? I lost it. It's back. This, and again, I'll keep saying this till I'm blue in the face. It's not, and you got the right group here right now to talk about it too. Yeah, obviously it's a money thing, and we're trying to, get the book to fund so we can put it in your hands. But we're not trying to make money off this. We're trying to get the money because we want you to have this book, because all of us here, everybody who's not here too, that's a part of this book.
Trust me, I'm not making money off this.
Right, yeah, no one's making money. Trust me. But we're also nobody makes money off Kickstarters. That's the thing. But here's the thing. We're all so proud of the work that we put into it. We're so proud and humbled by the work everybody else put into it. We're also grateful and humbled by Alan allowing us to be part of it. So we want you, like, the way we get like to enjoy this book completely is by getting it in your hands. So the best way for us to get it in your hands is for you guys to back it. You're not going to be disappointed. It doesn't matter what cover you get a cover. Now, obviously, Lee and I would like you to get our respective covers, of course, but hey, that's neither here nor there right now. So we can, because again, you guys get to decide who wins by picking the monsters cover that you like the most. So no pressure on me and Lee. No pressure.
Me, man. I get to kill off 3 monsters. So
right, exactly.
There you go.
So please help me make Lee have to kill his own monster. Please help me.
I'm willing to do it.
All right, see,
I already have the envisioned death for that monster too.
See, you guys have these opportunities to have all these amazing, fun things. This is just a fun romp. Okay, yeah, it might be a little violent, maybe a little bit, just a touch. All right.
What isn't these days?
Yeah, exactly. But it's so much fun, and it's I think my favorite part of it that everybody got to get there he is, Joe Tolliver telling me, but that's correct. It's correct.
Joe.
Everybody got to flex their muscles a little bit, whether it be writing, inking, coloring, drawing, whatever, and got to really spread their wings and have some fun with this. You can tell that it's a love project for all of us. We all got to, really get in there and have some fun and do what we love and do what we're all good at. And I do also appreciate you letting me do the trade dress for the books, because that's definitely a a new hook to hang my hat on. So I appreciate that. I've
And I
done it before
appreciate
for
you
other
doing
things.
it.
I got to tell you, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Lee, we did have we thanks for resizing that one cover for us, though, bro. I appreciate that. We did have that one little snap.
Well, it's,
Yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah, we were trying. I was like,
that's all good, you know.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna cover up his
I
whole
don't-
thing. I
Like
don't
I
want to
said,
do that.
I don't mind getting specs right, man. I've done that. I'm used to that, man. Anytime I can help with, with that, anybody needs to know how to get thing into that digital realm with you.
He look. We noticed it. We talked about it. An email was sent, and hours later it was fixed. So no,
Yep.
but what I'm speaking to is again the collaboration and that we all work together to the common goal, which is to make an awesome book, so everybody can go and check it out and be a part of it, which is what we want. We want y'all to have fun with this. We want y'all to be a part of this. We love it. It's our thing. How did that move? $1.
Somebody pledged.
The dollar? That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
Right?
I love that. I respect that so much. That's so cool.
Yeah, anything to help, yeah. And
Anything
anybody,
to-
if you can't necessarily pledge, if you
To
can
all
share
12
out
of
the
you,
link.
we appreciate you
Yes.
very much.
The
And
dollar though is awesome. It's my favorite. Sorry, Joe. It's my favorite because somebody really liked it, and that was what they could do, and they did it, and I appreciate that more than you never know.
and
really do.
you know how it is, and sometimes it'd be hard times and stuff. And if you
Yep.
can't pledge, if you would be so kind to at least share out the link to the project, and
We
maybe
also
throw more
appreciate
eyes
that very
on it.
much.
Yeah, talk about it all the time. Now we're gonna do a wrap up, and then I'm gonna do a raid, and we can head over to Larry. Will be sending links and stuff too. That'll give everybody a chance to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. So we're gonna start first, Mr. Alan Johnson. Your elevator pitch, and where, if any socials or anything where we can find you and talk to you, or where we can see
You
so
can
we
find
get
me
them.
on Facebook for the most part. I'm very bad about social media, as messed up as that sounds.
That's what I'm here for, bro.
I work pretty much around the clock, so anytime I can get, I put into either promoting whatever I'm doing at the time or sharing somebody else's work. For this project, like I said, the whole idea behind it is to open the door for creators to just have a spot where they can come in, get paid for their work, and just all work together to, put something out that's a decent product. And I think we did that very tenfold with this project for this first one. And I'm hoping with this being a success with the grace of you guys, that we can do another one next year, and then maybe we can do 2 in a year and 3 in a year, and just build from there and just kind of create that network.
Amazing.
Yeah, building the momentum.
Mr. Lee Reese, where can everybody find you?
Lee Reese Art on Instagram and Twitter, and then Lee Reese on Facebook, and then my book itself is Delirium Tremens comic book on Facebook, but that's for another time.
All right, very cool. Thank you. I appreciate your work. I am a fan, and
yeah, me too.
I
enjoy it.
Thank you. I can't wait to do more stuff with you, bro. I appreciate it. Now
And I actually got to cut out, guys. I can't
Okay.
I can't move over to Larry's show, but I'll try to listen in when I can.
We'll do another one soon, so don't worry
It's
about
cool
it.
to see you. Like, see you. It's been a minute,
Yeah,
man.
Phil.
And
Good to
really
see you, man.
enjoy
All
working
in
on
black
those
and white.
pages.
You look like my cover.
And my
I
door's
love
always
those
open.
pages, by the way, man. I'm really digging working on them, dude.
Awesome,
Lee, just
man.
letting you know, I stream on Twitch Sundays at 9 p.m. The door's always open. It's an art stream. So we'll talk about Kaiju, but if you want to turn the camera around and work on some stuff while we're sitting there bullshitting, bro, the door's open.
Awesome. Appreciate
All
it,
right.
Pete.
Speaking of opening doors, Mr. Phil Leon. Look
Hey,
at that face. You know the drill, bro.
Yeah,
for it.
you can find me on mainly the easiest way to get a hold of me if you're looking to hire me in on anything is just to find me on Phil Leon on Facebook, or you can find me at Phil Leon or Philman X under most social media like Twitch, YouTube, ArtStation, Instagram. Basically, social media. Just look up Phil Leon or Philman X, and you will find me. And thanks everybody that's been pledging so far. Kaiju Rising.
That's it, buddy. All right, so we're gonna do this. My face. I haven't had my face on the stream in forever. Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's Pete. First and foremost, to the 12 people who have backed and to the millions of people who will back this book, thank you so much. We really appreciate you guys. Max, Warren, Joe, love you guys. Really appreciate everybody. Alan, Lee, Phil, everyone else that's worked on this book. You guys, it's my comeback story. Me coming back to sequentials, which I'm very excited about. I'm very humbled to be part of it. I'm excited to be a part of it. When I started to see all the rest of the art, and you've heard this, I'll keep it short. I every little bit of me really is happy to be a part of this book and desperately needs to get it in the hands of as many people as possible. So that's the goal for us right now. That's what we're working on. So I appreciate y'all. Of course, if you need to find me, you know where to find me. I'm on YouTube now. Go figure. I'm just going to put the YouTube link in the chat again. The easiest way to go find me now. I know this is going to sound weird. It's because I can't change the name of my YouTube. It's you go to youtube.com and you search out Pokey the Chicken. Yes, because I used to do chicken videos. I don't want to talk about it, but we had some chicken videos. Exactly, that's me. So go subscribe on YouTube. You're on Twitch right now and you're watching me. If you want to see more on Twitch, it's Pete11717. Same thing with Instagram. Come find me. Come see what's going on. We got a lot of great things for you. A word to everybody on Twitch, because I know I'm broadcasting on Twitch right now. Right now, it's a room full of my lurkers. You guys know I love you. You guys help me out. You get the views up. Again, to our Russian porn bot, wherever you are, I hope you're spreading the love and not war out there, buddy. We love you to death. Hope you come back soon. we love our lurkers. It's a weird thing, but whatever. And we love each and every one of you that's come on and checked this out. Or if you're watching a replay, we love you too. Again, remember the links there. You're going to be seeing us talking about it all over the place. Go to Kickstarter, back Kaiju Mania. You want to get this book in your hands. You want to check it out. It's an exciting thing. It's a happy thing for all of us. We're all super excited for it. I can't talk well enough about it, but I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about it coming up soon. So thank you all very much. I appreciate y'all. You guys are the absolute best. And I can't say enough about it. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you guys really soon. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks.
See ya.
Have a good